Hi Taurus, and welcome to your March 2019 general tarot reading. So I pulled you an additional guidance card as I shuffle the cards. So you got serendipity. Okay, serendipity is literally a sense of fate. Okay, it's very interesting because you've got monumentum life changes for the next 7 years. It all depends on the degree your sun is in your birth chart, exactly when these changes will come about. Okay, I've just done Aquarius, and oh god, they're totally in the Tower card this month. That's about Uranus and Taurus meeting up. I'm expecting quite similar for you, Taurus, to tell you the truth. When and how is all to do with the degree in your astrological chart. But serendipity is about fate and coincidence, and the planet Uranus is about fate and coincidence. It's one of the it's a transpersonal planet, and it's one of the ways the divine comes into your life in order to bring changes about. Now, how we respond to those changes is totally, that's another ball game, and that's a whole nother chapter, Taurus, about how we respond to changes that come into our lives, okay? But I can almost guarantee you there's going to be change coming in, and if you want to know exact dates, and it's really, you have to get your birth chart done. I'm an astrologer too, and that's when timings of transits and when the changes are coming in happen. But I'm going to put this away. I'll refer to it later. So the first two cards are what wants to be left behind. What does Taurus want to leave behind is this brand new 7-year cycle, which is going to be extremely exciting, by the way, opens up in your life. Okay, so for some of you, there's a relationship that wants to be left behind. But I'm not finished yet with the Four of Wands, okay? So some of you, there's definitely a relationship that wants to be left behind here. Some of you, it's security patterns that want to be left behind. The fours are all about our security patterns and our sense of stability. There's no way, Taurus, don't shout at me, guys, this is only for a few of you, but some of you, it's a family structure that's going to be left behind here. For some of you, it's not the case at all. The Lovers card's original name was Choices, so you've got to come off this that sort of which way do I go direction? Do I go right? Do I go left? And move forward into a new way of being. Can I pull the rest of the cards? So what you most want is a Knight of Wands, so you want action here, okay? The supportive card is the Three of Swords. So some of you might be leaving a relationship behind. Challenge is it's a supportive energy, so bear with me, Taurus, okay? The Magician is showing up in your relationship house. That's one heck of an attraction when the Magician shows up. It's like hypnotic. Money and work, the Empress, very, very nice. One of the most fertile, abundant cards in the whole deck. Love it. Six of Discs at soul position. Then you get the Two of Swords, okay? So you're still in that indecision, potentially. Then the Nine of Pentacles. Then you get the Devil card. Don't worry about the Devil card. I'm not surprised. It's not uncommon for the Devil and the Magician to show up together, by the way, especially if one or the other falls in the relationship house, because we're talking about one heck of a powerful connection here, by the way. And I don't mean to sort of look all, but I read for a lot of Taurus, okay? And that's what serendipity means. There might be some fated event with a person, okay? The Three of Swords as the gift. Why is the Three of Swords the gift, please? Because as a gift, I would assume the old pain has been left in the past. Yeah? Why is the Three of Swords the gift, please? Because of the Nine of Cups. Much better. And I don't mean that negative, because all cards have a purpose, guys, okay? Really important. Don't forget your opposite sign, Scorpio. So that's the energy that you need to embrace. So for some of you, there's definitely a relationship been left behind, okay? Aquarius got very similar reading, and it's both your signs that are having this transit especially. For some of you, it's a state of being in a state of indecision that needs to be left behind, not making choices, not propelling your life forward, but staying on that, you know, like you're on the edge of a cliff and there's A and there's B and you're not quite sure which way to go. A little bit like that energy, okay? So some of you, that's how it's representing, but for some of you, I cannot help seeing a relationship has been left behind, and it might be because there's a new energy coming through. Remember, the universe gets our attention sometimes in the most intense ways, Taurus. Yeah? Because what you most want is a Knight of Wands, okay? So this could be a person, or the Knight of Wands moves forward based on the desires of his soul, and he does not listen to the fear in his mind. Because what stops us going after what we want is that conditioned part of us. That conditioned part of us whose energy is very much based on keeping things safe rather than rocking the boat. Uranus is the planet of rocking the boat, guys. So you're going to have to get used to working with this energy in one way or another. Because what you want to do is follow your own desires. Oh, sorry. Now what your protector energy, the first thing is the Three of Swords. So for some of you, this is a classic being torn between two people here. There is no way around it, okay? But for others of you, because it's a gift, the heartache is in the past. If you pull these swords out your heart, the swords are belief systems that tell you, who am I to have desires? Who am I to be happy? Who am I to get what I want? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? And these belief systems need to be pulled out of your heart so you can get the Nine of Cups, which is about your heart. Your heart, Taurus. Not everyone else's, but your own heart's desires, because it would seem that your own heart's desires is to follow the energy of the Knight of Wands, which is the energy of passion, of your soul, which is rising up to take you forward, okay? Whew, gosh. Your challenge is the Three of Cups, which means, again, for some of you, this is a three-way situation here, or you're not feeling totally carefree, Taurus, okay? And the reason why you're not totally carefree is probably because what's going on at a soul level, which is the Six of Pentacles. There's a feeling of things not being fully fair. These scales are not totally balanced up, or there's a lack of authenticity going on at a soul level. which means that you're not totally in that carefree energy of the Three of Cups. Now bear with me, guys, and let's just keep doing the reading, okay? The Magician card is showing up in the relationship, and it's like, what keeps coming to my head is things like being under a spell, okay? Now, being under a spell is actually very, very real, guys, by the way. And really, that's what falling in love is. It's about being almost under a hypnotic spell. And generally, it's that hypnotism that draws two souls together, okay? One person can always resist. Oh my gosh, Taurus, I'm really hoping that energy is not going on for you, but it might be until your sun is hit exactly by the planet, okay? Again, I can't tell you when that is unless I've got your birth chart, but there's some sort of hypnotic energy and a very hypnotic attraction going on. Empress and money and work can be about starting new projects, creating new businesses, birthing new jobs. The Empress goes forth and she multiplies. She is the giver of life and she's the giver of love. Okay, so some of yous might be working in a way that's about giving health, giving nutrition, giving love, birthing new ideas and birthing new projects. You really cannot get a better money card, by the way, because the Empress just continually creates new life and new prosperity, and she's like Mother Earth. She just keeps multiplying and growing and dividing. Beautiful card to get here. The Six of Pentacles at a soul level is maybe telling me that there's some dialogue that needs to happen. Something needs to be brought to balance, and I think that's why the Three of Cups is your challenge, because there's something that's still weighing you down. And it's something to do with that Three of Swords and past heartache, there's a new relationship, but there's resistance to letting go of the security of the one that you've got. It's going to be classic, Taurus, okay? Your outcome, first of all, is someone still not dealing with stuff, Two of Swords, but it's a card about being at peace. Then the Nine of Pentacles and the Devil card. So the Devil card and the Magician show up an awful lot in very powerful relationship connections. So it's definitely going on, okay? What's also definitely going on here, Taurus, and either you or the other person, if this is about a relationship, are putting up resistance to this relationship, okay? And really, I'm also talking as an astrologer because I know what this is about, okay? And I'm an Aquarius. I got the same shit going down guys, by the way. So you can't really, I know exactly what's going on here. So it's going to be playing out in multiple ways, okay? It isn't always all going to be about relationships. For some of yous, actually this is mostly about relationships, guys, I'm sorry. It's a classic example, but what I truly love and my wish fulfillment, and some sort of change that needs to happen. The change might not be on an external level, it might be on an internal level. So when it's on an internal level, it's energy around the heart that needs to be shifted, and it's belief systems about love. People can't be trusted, all these sort of stories that became attached to your emotional world. And Taurus, that's what karma is. It's a belief system and an emotion that's got tied up. And if we're not getting the life that we want, it tends to be into our belief systems and our emotions that we need to go in order to pull those swords out. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card after this devil card. Okay, after the devil comes a star card. This is where you want to be going. So the devil is Saturn, and Saturn's got 7 rings around it. We're not meant to get stuck there, guys. They're meant to be stepping stones of overcoming fear. And as we overcome fear, we open ourselves to the star card. Honesty, transparency. This is also the Aquarius card, by the way. Grace. Being true and open about what we feel. And that is how we overcome the devil. Because it's only an energy that we meet as we go forward in our lives. We all meet the devil, and we all need to overcome, and we overcome it by being in a state of openness, transparency, faith and grace. A little bit intense here, Taurus. Very, very beautiful reading. Some of yous are in a classic about your life, wants to move on. And some of your belief systems about life and love are keeping you sort of congealed. We were created to live, Taurus. Yeah, that's why we were born. To be alive, to open ourselves, and to love. Ooh. All right, Taurus, lovely. I think I'm going to do relationship readings next week. I feel I need to catch up with what's going on between the signs, because it really helps in my private readings. You can get a private reading with me. My email's in the about section. I always forget to mention it. And love you lots, Taurus. Be back next week. Bye.